Well, okay, so this film I'm making is about the meat industry. This morning I woke up and a friend had posted me a message on Facebook. Had I seen a film called What the Health? And it's a film on the meat industry. To which I replied, yes, I have. I watched it last year actually. Same time I watched another film called Dominion. Dominion is an Australian film that's coming out this year, and also that's about the farming industry and how bad it's got. So yeah, last year I watched this film called Dominion in September, and what I saw was only the trailer, 30-minute trailer, but what I saw well, it just put me off meat for life, really. Simple as that. The cruelty involved, the welfare of the animals, the conditions they're brought up in, how unhealthy they are. The list is endless. Up until that point, I thought I was doing my bit, buying organic meat. But organic doesn't necessarily mean it's the best, because the organic meat I was buying was just chicken. But I found out when I did a bit of research that this organic chicken was being fed pellets, so GMO pellets, which makes the animals very poorly. Cows, supposed to be eating grass. That stuff there, look, grass, yeah. But they're not, they're eating soya products and corn products, so the waste products from genetically modified seeds usually. With the corn, it's obviously from corn. With the soya, it's obviously from soya, but they're all going to be genetically modified. 70% of the feed that comes into Britain is genetically modified feed. So if you're going to buy your meat, you need to buy it from an organic farmer who's feeding their cows grass, for instance. You know, what they should be eating. Yeah, so the reason these animals are really poorly is because what they're being fed is making them poorly. So what do they do when they're poorly? They have to give them virus injections, they have to give them antibiotics, lots of antibiotics. In fact, 70% of the world's antibiotics are sold to the farming industry. This is why from last year we started to see adverts about antibiotics ain't working, with a fancy song to them, this, that and the other. This is serious, okay? So they're not working because they're in so much of our meat. And all the meat that we're consuming, even the fish, the farmed fish, they're all fed this nonsense, this crap. Do you know what I mean? They're all fed on antibiotics because they're poorly. So yeah, so we're just eating all this poorly meat. And say for instance a cow's got cancer. On one film I think it was 101 Reasons to Go Vegan. See this cow going around on like a conveyor belt. It's got a little bumper just above its knee, and this guy cuts it, and the amount of this pink pus that just comes flying out, it's incredible. But anyway, that animal still goes around to be slaughtered and to be put in the food chain. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be eating that. We should be eating meat to make us healthy, but this meat isn't healthy no more. The meat we're eating now from supermarkets is not healthy. It's not sustainably sourced, it's farmed on a massive scale. The animals are really unhealthy. And also, the animals, when they're going to die, they know they're going to die. You hear pigs squeal at a slaughterhouse, they know they're going to die. So what happens is, they release all these stress chemicals, cortisol and adrenaline. Well, cortisol and adrenaline, when you have too much of it in your system, is bad. It's going to cause heart disease, stuff like that. So we're all stressed out anyway. You know, so we've got lots of them chemicals running around our bodies anyway. Too many of them, in fact. So all the meat that we ingest is by animals that know they're going to die. So they release all this cortisol, this adrenaline into their bodies. which we then consume, thinking we're going to make ourselves healthy. Well, we're not. Like I say, if you can find an organic farmer that's feeding the animals the correct food, you know, chickens are supposed to be eating little spiders and worms and little bits and bobs. They're not supposed to be eating pellets. You know, and the eggs are only as healthy as the chicken that's laying them. There's a big problem, and we need to look at it. You know, I mean, I stopped eating meat. I've saved myself a fortune. I never thought I would have stopped eating meat, because when you're training all the time, you want to keep your muscle and you think you need all this protein from meat to do so. Well, it's not true. In fact, I've got a friend who recently, well, last year, he said he got a problem with his kidneys. He was in a real bad way, and we sat down and I said to him, look, what's your diet like? And obviously he had a lot of meat because he was into bodybuilding, competitions and stuff, and lots of protein products, this, that and the other. Anyway, we sat down. I talked him into not eating meat, which he did. He stopped eating meat. He stopped eating all these protein products, and his kidneys have gone back to normal. So, you know, he's made himself healthy through not eating meat. Now, like I say, I've saved a fortune by not eating meat. I'm not telling anybody to eat meat or not eat meat. That's your choice. It's your life. What I am saying is just be aware of the meat that you're eating, because it's not doing you any good. It's definitely not doing you any good. So what could you do? You could cut down and just have meat once or twice a week and buy organic meat. An organic chicken takes 27 weeks to rear. Chicken on a supermarket shelf, that takes 7 weeks. That's it, 7 weeks. So obviously there's a big difference, and there's going to be a big difference to what it's doing to your health actually. So morning. So yeah, you need to seriously think about the meat that you're eating. I think if you want to be healthy, if you're eating lots and lots of meat to make you healthy, especially if you're bodybuilding, there's lots of vegan bodybuilders out there now. You just look on the internet and these guys look awesome. You know, they're not having any meat, so you can live without meat. And I tell you what, you're going to live a lot longer. If you go to the World Cancer Research Fund, which is an organisation for cancer, they'll tell you to cut down on red meat. It's type 2 carcinogenic, which means it can lead to cancer. Processed meat, they recommend eating none, because that will give you cancer, bowel cancer. So yeah, we're feeding our kids chicken nuggets and burgers on a weekend and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? What are we doing? We've got to stop. We're feeding them stuff that can give them cancer. Go to the organisation, have a look, check it out for yourself. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. Oh, it's nice here, look. Just me and my bike. Okay. Subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm saying. I've got a book coming out, hopefully in the first 2 weeks of March, covering all these kind of subjects. Book's mainly about weight loss, which is what I'm very good at doing with people. So yeah, subscribe if you like what I'm talking about. I'm soon going to start putting up some training videos for you, because that's what I'm about, believe it or not. I don't just ride around cycle tracks every day of my life. I do a bit of training. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye.